Now I want to focus for a moment here on the Celtics, because, DJ, you made a very interesting point in our meeting this morning. The Celtics, they don't look right. I know they're your pick to win the championship, and I know you believe there's something they need to do.
Well, I think they need to make a big trade. And I'm going to put my coach's hat on here and go into mind of Brad Stevens. He's having to play 9 guys significant minutes, okay? And thinking back to our series last year in the Eastern Conference Finals against this team, it was 2 guys that stood out against us was Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
Both guys played significant minutes in the playoffs last year. Rozier, 36 minutes a game, averaging 17 points. Jaylen Brown, 32 minutes a game, averaging 18 points. This year, to this point, Terry Rozier is averaging 22 minutes a game and 8 points, and Jaylen Brown, 26 minutes and 11 points. So my suggestion is this. Now I'm going to put my Danny Ainge hat on. I'm going to trade both guys to the Phoenix Suns, who need a starting point guard in Terry Rozier and a wing player in Jaylen Brown for more assets, okay? And I take those assets and I turn them into whatever I want to turn them into, and that way I could get Gordon Hayward now more comfortable in the rotation. Now he's playing more minutes, and now he's a focal point.
Let me finish out that thought for you. Again, it gets Hayward back more involved in everything, but those assets could eventually turn into Anthony Davis, is what you're thinking. They can't trade for Anthony Davis now because of the rules, but they eventually could turn that into Anthony Davis. Jay Will, what do you think?
So essentially what we're saying, if you do that trade, we're calling this season kind of a wash.
No, you're not calling it a wash because you still have 7 or 8 good players, and now they're playing significant minutes, and their role is more expanded.
I feel you in that.
Gordon Hayward right now, as he's playing, is not going to give you anything.
He's a defensive liability, and the only thing is you're giving up your best wing defender in Jaylen Brown, and Gordon Hayward is not who he was a year ago. He's nowhere close.
Right.
They switched on him multiple times. They kept running the same play for him over and over again to get that switch on James Harden. So I think that's a big question.
Tell everybody where you got the wisdom to figure out how to make this decision.
I got this wisdom from my granny. My granny said, less is more, okay?
Or more is less.
More is less. Less is more. And I believe everything she's saying, because right now, okay, you lose Jaylen Brown, but you have Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart can guard multiple positions on the perimeter. And down the stretch in games with Kyrie Irving, you need someone that's going to be able to defend the top point guard.
Fascinating thought. Look, right now, they may have just too many. It's a problem a lot of teams think they'd like to have, but it doesn't mean it isn't a problem. It's a very interesting thought as their season goes forward.